Hi everyone, and welcome to the Book Refuge, and welcome to one of the videos that's part of my 2020 TBR series that I'm doing. These are books that are, or videos that are coming out every week of December, going over which books I want to try to get through that I already own in 2020. At the end of this month, you're going to see my TBR, where you will get to see the new TBR game that I have going on for myself. And most of the books in this video are what's going to connect with that game. So I want to have these videos made so that I can refer back to them, and you guys can refer back to them when I make TBRs in the future. So I'm very excited. This video today, as you can tell, is series that I want to finish in 2020. So series that I've already started and, you know, want to wrap up, whether they're ones that I just started recently or they've been going for a couple of years now. And I have a list of a few of them here. So let's get into it. First up is going to be the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. Currently, as of filming this, I'm halfway through the 6th book. Hoping to be done with that in November, but I'm going to take December off, and so that would leave me with 8 books to read of those ones next year, which I feel like is feasible because the next few are a little bit shorter, and then the last 3 kind of get longer again, but I need a little bit of a break. But I really want to get through that series. I don't want it to take me too long because I know that the TV show will either be coming out at the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021, and I just want to have read everything. Even though they're not going to be getting to that point in the series, you know, I've already read the ones they're going to get through in the first season, but I just want to have that full knowledge and either be able to like reread parts when the show comes out or just however. So that's a main goal for me. Next is to finish to catch up in the All Souls series. So I read the first 2, which were A Discovery of Witches and A Night of Shadows, I think. And so I have the Book of Life left, and then Time's Convert, which was because it was originally a trilogy, and then she wrote this like extending book. And I really enjoyed the first one. The second one drug way on for me, but I'm excited to see what happens for Matthew and Diana, and so I want to finish that. I'm really excited for the second season of this TV show as well because it has someone from Outlander who will be on it, and yeah, I just want to finish the series. It seemed really reasonable to finish it, and now I'm just kind of like dragging behind, and that's one that I want to get through. Next, I want to catch up on the Red Rising saga or series or whatever they're calling it. I read the original trilogy 2 years ago, I think, and I haven't read Iron Gold or what was the Dark Age. I haven't read those. I started Iron Gold, but I was just thrown off by some of the new perspectives. I didn't really like them. I wanted to be with Darrow, but I know that in the 5th one, a character that I love gets a point of view, and so I just want to catch up. And I love Pierce Brown's writing. It's just usually very depressing and very bloody, and it's painful for me, but I want to catch up before he gets another one out, and they're pretty big books. So I may need to reread not Golden Sun, but Morning Star before I read those 2, so I want to catch up on that series. Next, I want to catch up to, and I don't know if it's finished or not, but the Castles Ever After series. This is by Tessa Dare. This is a historical romance series. I just wanted to mix it up and have another series in there. In the last like 3 months, especially during the summer, I bought a ton of historical romance, and I really want to catch up on that series. I'm reading one of them this month, November, and I just want that to be one that I sprinkle in there, so that's on my list. Basically all Tessa Dare, but specifically the Castles Ever After, which is about these women who this duke who died left them each a castle, which normally women aren't allowed to get those, and different interesting situations. So I want to read that series. Next, I want to finish the Richard and Kaylin series by Terry Goodkind. Now, I've been turned off of Terry Goodkind in the last few years because I've heard different things about him as a person, but the Sword of Truth series I started reading in 10th grade, and I loved it. So I know better now, but it doesn't take away the love for me. You know, like it doesn't completely ruin how I feel about Richard and Kaylin. And I made it all the way through the Sword of Truth series, and I was in the Richard and Kaylin books, which was 4 books that came out after the original. And I made it through the first 2, and something happened at the end of that second one that just broke me. And I couldn't continue on. But there was 2 more books in that, and then he has these little like novellas that came out of like fairy tales within the realm that are for the children of Dahara. And I just want to catch up because I read 13 of the other books. I might as well finish the last 2 and then the little ones that came with it. And, you know, I don't have to meet Terry Goodkind in person and like him to like his books. So next, I really need to catch up to Jordan Rivett's series. There is the Thunderbird Queen and the Watermite Thief and the Thunderbird Queen. I love the Steel and Fire series, which starts with Duel of Fire. I read that whole series the end of 2018 into 2019, and I loved them. And this one, it takes place like a few years later, and so a lot of our original characters are still there, including one of them is still kind of a main character in this one. And I really need to catch up, and I feel bad. I'm glad that I waited and I have 2 of them I can read, but Jordan gets her books out really quickly and I don't want to get too far behind. So that's going to be a priority as well. And then finally, I put the Snow Like Ashes series on here, which I read the first one with my viewers, and I liked it enough that I want to continue, and I might as well because I have the trilogy. So the other one, which needs to be on this series, it was going to be on the series I want to start, but I started it early, and that is the Diviner series, which the 4th one comes out in February, and I will probably be through the 2nd one by the end of December because I read the first one in November. I loved it, and then I bought the next 2, and so I want to read those, but I want to finish the Diviner series as well this year. So those are all the series that they're not all the series that I'm currently in, but they're the series that I want to finish the most. And so when I play my TBR game and one comes up that says read a book in a fantasy series or read a book in a series you've already started, these are going to be the books that I refer back to. So thank you so much for watching. I put up new videos every Monday, Thursday, and usually on Saturdays too. You can watch some more of those videos right now. Bye!